Hello everyone, and welcome back to Erica's Small Kitchen. My name is Erica, and this is my small kitchen. It's the first weekend of October. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting because all the fun holidays start happening around now. You've got Halloween, you've got Thanksgiving, you've got Christmas, and I love this time of year, and it all kind of revolves around food, so it's fantastic. But this Halloween might not be on the record books for the most fun Halloween. I don't know about you, but where I am, Halloween was canceled and then reinstated and then kind of canceled again. So I don't know where we're at Halloween right now. So I thought it would be fun to take shots together. But not just shots, because then the episode would be about 5 seconds long, but we're gonna make some Jello shots. And I'm gonna make them look like coagulated blood or like liver, because it's Halloween, or almost, or it's Halloween time, and that gives me a real good excuse to make gross looking things. So I'm really excited for this episode and for this month, so let's get started. Alright. So, let me just premise this by again saying that I have not tried out this recipe ahead of time, and I have not made Jello shots before. Even though I've had Jello shots, but I just never had to make them. But it seems like a pretty simple concept. Alcohol inside Jello, and it becomes a shot. So we're going to try this out. I was going to say, give it a shot. But, pun. So, with Jello shots, there's, not too much involved in it, which is great. So I have, for my liquor of choice, I have the Pinnacle Whipped Vodka. And then I have a strawberry gelatin, Jello mix, sugar-free, and we're actually going to add a little bit of unflavored gelatin to that as well. Because coagulated blood is really thick and kind of has a bite to it. Don't ask me how I know that. And also, because it is not clear and, in fact, a solid kind of color and texture, we're going to do a little bit of heavy whipping cream in there. And to give it that really gross color, some food coloring. So then let's get started. It may be a couple weeks into fall already, but it's still like 100 degrees here. So I'm real glad that this recipe is really quick and cool. So while our water is beginning to boil, we're going to add half a cup of our heavy whipping cream into a separate bowl. And then half a cup of our vodka. The sounds of screaming children. And we're just going to mix that together. And set it aside. Now in a heat stable bowl, we're going to add our 2 packets of gelatin in there. That smells good. And we're going to add 1 cup of the hot water into our gelatin. And we just want to whisk that until all that gelatin is dissolved. It's already looking really bloody. And this is like a nice kind of red blood kind of look. This is like the kind of blood you would drink as a vampire, but I'm gonna make it gross looking. Actually, you know what? I think that's enough gelatin to add a little bit more vodka in there because it's gonna be a rough month for sure. So I'm going to add another 1/4 cup of the vodka in there, because why not? And mix that a little bit more in there. So now that you got all of your gelatin dissolved and your extra vodka put into your cream mix, we're just going to add everything inside of our heat stable bowl. It smells so good. That whipped vodka with the strawberries is like making my mouth water already. Alright, and so just so you guys can start to see the color when I start adding it, I'm going to put it back into my clear bowl over here. Now for the trial and error kind of part. So, coagulated blood. I'm going to put some photos up here so you can see what I'm actually talking about. It's kind of a gross, like, purple brownish color. I mean, if you ever seen liver too, I'm going for that kind of flavor. So, I believe we just put a bunch of green in there. I got a little bit of blue too. I'm about to turn this beautiful color into something that's not right. It's still too pretty. I feel like I'm making a potion almost with little drops of each of these here. I think this is about it. This kind of just, yeah, looks like it's liquefied liver. This all sounds gross, but it's just a Jello shot. I want to say this looks pretty close to, like, liver color. So I think I'm done with the coloring. It certainly does not look like a regular, bright, festive Jello shot. You can put them in the little Jello shot things, but I'm going to make a big sheet out of it and cut it into squares, like I had a big pan of, like, gelatinous blood. So I'm going to put it in this here Pyrex pan, and this is 11 by 7-inch Pyrex pan, and you just want to pour that right in there. To give it a little more like color texture, I'm just going to add a few more drops of the red food coloring in there and to swirl it around a little bit more, because right now it's looking a bit chocolatey. That's what's so fun about Halloween, is that you can make just different things like this and it's somehow like more acceptable. So now, without mixing any of that new food coloring in, I'm going to very gently place it in my refrigerator to sit for 4 hours till it is completely set, and then we will enjoy some of this coagulated blood together.
To give this a little bit more pop, I'm going to make some fresh blood. So in a small saucepan, add half a cup of cold water and half a cup of granulated sugar. And heat that over a medium-high heat until it starts to boil. In the meantime, in a separate cup, mix in 1 tablespoon of cold water and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Once your sugar and water have started to boil and the sugar is fully dissolved, turn it to low. You can now mix in your cornstarch and heat that over low until it thickens. Next, it's going to be the food coloring. Add 3 parts red food coloring and 1 part blue food coloring until you get the vampire's favorite drink.
Oh, this stuff is sticky. Ugh. So it is all done. It's been sitting for about 3.5 hours and it is all solidified and jiggly. And I want to say I did a pretty good job at coloring it. It looks like slices of heart or like liver or something. It looks kind of nasty. It really
does remind you of innards. So it would be also fun if you had some kind of mold to put it in to make it like a heart shape, or like, I don't know if they sell liver shaped molds. So I guess it's time to dig in. Am I supposed to cheers with this? Is that how it works? Cheers, I guess? Alright, well, here we go. I'm about to get real drunk on some liver coagulated blood shots. Ooh, they are very solid. Which also adds to the unpleasantness of this, but I'm sure it's gonna taste good. Whew. For a second I forgot that there was alcohol in this, and then it hit me at the end. But it's actually very good. You mentally don't want to eat this, but then it tastes like strawberries and whipped cream, and it is just delicious. Which is how I imagine, you know, vampires think our blood tastes, just strawberry and whipped cream. But look at this. This looks just like a straight up slice of heart right now. Now I have no idea what the alcohol content is in these. The alcohol that I used was 60 proof, so I don't know how you do that conversion. I don't know, maybe a shot in each slice here, a shot and a half, something like that. Whew. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this very spooky and slightly disturbing episode of Erica's Small Kitchen. And if you liked this episode, go ahead and press that like button down below. And if you want to see more and see what I have in store for the next upcoming month of a spooky Halloween October fun, go ahead and press that subscribe button. And then, if you have a comment for me that you want to leave for me, something like that, you leave a comment down below. But I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.